Okay, hello everyone. It's a winter wonderland outside. For those joining us shortly after release, happy holidays and have a good new year next year. What better way to celebrate the festive period than simulating a zombie apocalypse in the continental United States? So that's what we're going to do. A little bit of a change. Um, it's pretty grim out there. Yeah, grab an eggnog, sit down, watch the zombie apocalypse unfold. And for those of you that like zombies, here you go. Get ready to press pause. These are the potential scenarios. If you'd like me to play any, give us a shout. These are based on various films and series, and the ones at the bottom are historic ones. But we're actually going to be going with modern day, the very basic game, none of the scenarios. Give us a comment if you'd like to see any of those. There are good ones there. There's, 28 Days Later, Night of the Living Dead, Walking Dead, even things like Van Helsing or Resident Evil. So give them a check out. Drop us a comment. Here we go. Going straight into it. This is a brilliant game. It's called World War Z. That is Z, not Z, because apparently David Kershaw, who wrote it, is from a part of the world where they say Z and not Z, similar to myself. So these are Zs. This is World War Z USA. So it's by White Dog Games. This was pointed out to me, and I thought, I had to look at it. I looked into it, and yeah, definitely had to get it. You can get box versions or folio versions in the UK from Second Chance Games, or you can go direct to White Dog Games. And you can get a print and play version if you don't want to pay the extra. It's not massively cheap. Here we go. Anyway, this is the game. I forgot I even had it on there. So this is the United States. It's going to become clear. This is my first ever game, but it looks good. So in this generic game, zombies, when they attack, are going to follow their priorities. If they're in a territory, they're going to go for a city first, then a farm, then things that are out in the open. It starts on turn one. The game finishes if I eradicate all the zombies. I think it also finishes if all my cities are gone. Not too sure. If the timer runs out. We're starting off at DEFCON 5. Country's not ready for this. There's cities and farms. Whilst there's enough food to feed people, there'll be no rioting, but rioting will come. Refugees will come. I may resort to nuclear weapons. We can employ different parts of the military. We can call in airstrikes. Production points, research, food, it'll all become clear. At the start of the game on this scenario, Z strength is 2 and their toughness is 2. Again, it'll become clear. I'll talk through as we're playing. Z burst size is basically when they spawn, somewhere between 2 and 5 at this point is going to come. We're going to be using, for our 10s, we've got our dice, so for our 10s, we're using Team Canada. And for our units, we've got Northern Invasion TV. So that's a 6, as is the Maple Leaf. So 10s for Canada as we're playing, just so you see. So let's go through it. So first things first, we have to see where the zombies are coming from. So we have to roll and see where it's going to be. We have to find our random region. So it's going to be 5 and 1. So Georgia. Okay, so there it is. They've spawned. 5 have spawned because that is the Z burst maximum. So 5 are just out of nowhere. And the first thing they're going to do is to eat that city. So they've devoured a city, which is Not ideal, so we remove the city counter, we place a refugee counter in the open area of the region, and we add Zs equal to the maximum burst number. So the people of Georgia that survive wandering, and another 5 Zs, because that's the burst maximum, appear. So I'm going to switch that out as well, try and keep in control of this. You'll see why they're in 2 equal piles in a minute. There we go. And then at the next stage, Z phase 2, we have to pick the region with the most zombies. Clearly it's going to be Georgia, because there's only one. It's going to split into half, round it up, and the larger half of the horde is going to move looking for food. So we have to see which way it's going to go. So we roll a dice. It's going to go 4, which is into Carolina. So that's going to go into Carolina, that horde, and it's then going to devour that farm. So yeah, that wasn't ideal, was it? We've got a zombie outbreak in Georgia, and then it's gone and devoured. They've gone and devoured a farm. We had D6ZZs. D6Z is basically a 2, because if it would have been a 1, I'd have rounded up to the Z minimum. So 2 more guys appear. So they're going to go on to Carolina. That's from the farms, and that is the end of the Z's turn. So we're going to go to the player phase. So first things first, I'm going to roll research to see how many research points I get. I get 4. So we're going to not research, production points. We'd normally roll for research, but I haven't got any at the moment. Secondly, we would check for riots, but we're equal. We've lost a city, but we've also lost a farm, so we've still got an equal amount of. We've got enough food. Oh, well, we have got some refugees, so let's just check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so we seem to have the same amount of farms and cities. Yeah, so there's enough food to go around, so there's no riot in this turn, which is nice. And then looking at what's going to happen on their next turn, because Carolina, not the best on American geography, has got the most. That horde is going to attack whatever's there. If there's nothing there it can attack, it's going to move. It's going to go on the march. But we're going to see, and there is nothing there it can attack. So it's going to go, and I think they're going to get through there. So we're going to have to start dealing with some stuff. We've rolled for our production. Turn 1 we get D3 actually, so we get 2. So 2 production points. And then we get to spend them. So we could, we can't do an airstrike yet because you need to be DEFCON 3 for airstrikes. We can't nuke things, we have to be at DEFCON 1. Biochemical attacks are available from there. We can't even recruit any army at the moment because we just don't really believe that there's a problem. So what we're going to do, I think I am going to raise myself to DEFCON 4, which means we can build National Guard and forts. We could start to try and prevent them from spreading by putting our defences in place. But let's just see how things go. I think I'm going to accept that things are going to carry on getting a bit out of control, so I'm going to start stockpiling a bit of food just in case. And that's my 2 production points spent. After we've spent all our points, units can attack Zeds if they're out in the open. Well, we haven't got any units. And that's that. So we go to turn 2. Then we get a random event. So let's see what we get. Remember, Canada is 10s. So 36. Our random event card says, military is shaken. DEFCON lowered by 1. There we go, DEFCON 3. The military didn't like that. Basically, Georgia has been sacked and Carolina has lost its farms. So, yeah, the military are like, hang on, something's no right. So they do that. Right then, Z phase 1, select the region with the most Zs. Yes, Z's attack. If there are no targets, move. CZ move. So Z move, divide them into equal halves and move. So 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the largest stack is going to move 6. Oh, it goes down into Florida, which means, yeah, it eats Florida. Oh, Florida. And there are some refugees. Ouch. Because it ate a city, we place a refugees counter and we add Z's equal to the burst maximum, which is 5 still. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 there, and then we'll have a 5. Oof, this is starting to get a bit crazy down there in the Sunshine State, or whatever it's called. Right. So then Z phase 2, select the region with the most Zs. Place Z counters equal to the burst minimum, which is another 2. So put 1 on each. Oh. I don't like this. This is getting scary already. Then they move again before attacking. So that unit of 6 is going to go 1, which is up into Georgia. They're going to Georgia and they're going to eat those refugees. Nom nom nom. So remove the unit, place a survivalist counter, and add D6 Z. So we get 3. So 3 of the refugees get turned into zombies. However, we've got some survivalists there now. They're going to put up a spirited defense, I'm sure. So that's that. So we go to the player's turn. First of all, we check research. If we get a breakthrough, we don't because we've not been researching. Then we check for riots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we've still got our 10 farms, so there's still plenty of food. Plus we've got some extra food kicking about. So then we roll our production points. 2. Oh no, it's 1. No, it's not. D3 plus 1. So 2. 2 production points. Right, this is getting a bit wacky here. What we're gonna do? Look at that. There's 14 Zs there. So I think what we'll do is we'll call in an airstrike on Georgia. So an airstrike. Should we see what that does? We must be DEFCON 3 or less. We are. We must have air points. We have. We've gone down by 1. And then roll D6 minus toughness per every 5 Zs or part thereof in the target region. So I said there were 14. So that'll be 3 dice. And the toughness is 2, so it's going to be minus 1 for each one. So 0, 0. Okay, so Team Canada didn't do it for the team there. Ouch. So I think we'll that was a bit much. That was not what I expected from the from that. Okay, I think what we're gonna do is spend a production point to draft in some army, and we're going to put them there to try and contain them, stop them going that way. So a 1 or a 2, they're going to try and go that way. We're going to put them in that defensive zone. That's like a natural boundary, so it'll help. Problem will be if they go the other way, but we'll see. So that doesn't seem particularly successful for me. So Z phase 1, they've got the most Zs. They get another 5. This is just absolutely wild. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a lot of guys there now. They're now going to attack. So there's no cities, that's the priority. There's no farms, so they're going to attack in the open. They're going to attack those survivalists. So for each unit, I have to roll 2d6. If the unit strength is greater than the Zs, or 1d6 otherwise, survivalists have a strength of 3, and the Zs are currently 2. So I will get 2d6. I'm going to roll 2d6. I'm going to remove this number of Zs. If there are any Zs left, I remove my unit. Those survivalists mean business. You know, the people of Georgia are not to be trifled with. So they take off 12. So I'm going to take 1 from each of those. And then I'm going to take off 5 from the bottom of that one. And 5 from the bottom of the other one. And that leaves 2 stacks of 4, which, you know, you've got to respect that. I know it's a stack of 3 and a stack of 4. Wow. The people of Georgia. Spirited defense was hard. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. They have been overrun. Then we go to Z phase 2, the region with the most Zs. I think it still is there. 2, 3, 4, 5 still there. So yeah, and they're going to split into 2 units. So there's a unit of 4, and they're going to go 3. Oh, we didn't gamble right. So they're going to go north into Kentucky. So they head north into Kentucky, and they're going to eat that farm. And for eating the farm, we had, well, it's 1, but it'll go up to 2. So they get an extra 2 in Kentucky. And that will be their go. So it is slowly spreading. Oh, I think, was that turn 3? This is turn 3. Then we go to the player phase. So first things first, there's no research, don't have to do that. Riots, we've still got equal amounts, so I think we're okay. I'll just double check again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mouths to feed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 farms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 9 farms. Counted you. So, we've still got enough food. People are still loving it. I think we should have done another random event. That's the only problem. Should we do a random event now? Let's do a random event. 12. A research breakthrough. Gain a research result without expending any points. Research breakthrough. I can either reduce the Z strength by 1, the toughness by 1, the minimum burst by 1, the maximum burst by 1, or develop biochemical weapons. I can only do that if there's already been a research breakthrough. So there's been the first research breakthrough, so we'll remember that. I think we're going to reduce the Z's toughness by 1. We've researched, we've worked out a way to hurt them a bit easier, so that sounds good to me. There's no riots. We'll roll for our production points. It's now turn 3, so we now get 2d3. Oh, 5. That's good. So what we're gonna do, I think we go to DEFCON 2. Then I think we should call in an airstrike on this big place, because it's going to get difficult to deal with that. So let's remember how we do airstrikes. 2d6. Oh no, it's 1d6 per unit of 5. We've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's 6. That'll be 2d6 minus 1, which is the toughness. So that's 2 and 5, so 7 die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that was better. That's a better airstrike. So this is the place with the most now. They're going to eat the refugees on their turn. I think I'm going to put another unit of the army, but I'm going to put them in Washington. I'm trying to contain them. I am going to put a unit of the army in Kentucky. I think I'm going to accept that those refugees are going to die. Because if I could airstrike them, but then one of these is going to move. At least if they kill the refugees, then they're going to come moving on their turn. They are going to come for me. And they're going to be more powerful. I think I'm going to actually get a unit of the army again and just go in there. See if we can make a ring of steel around these. So all the guns are out. We've deployed the army. Yeah. See how it goes. It's the end of my turn. We're going to go to turn 4. First things first, we do the random event. We get 45 this turn. Zeds overactive. Zeds have 3 phases this turn. Count this third phase the same as the second phase. That isn't what we needed. They've sensed our soldiers and they've got angry. Something's pulling the strings. So we select this region because it's got the most in, and we place the burst maximum in there. So it's currently got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's give them another 5 because that's the burst maximum. They are then going to attack, so they're going to eat those refugees. Nom nom nom. And some survivalists. The Florida survivalists, let's see if they're as good as the last ones. They appear, and then we go to Z phase 2. This time they're going to move. They're going on the march, so maybe I didn't think this through. They ate the rioter. They ate the refugees, so we get D6 Zs. So that's another 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 6 versus 7. Then those are going to go on the march. They're going to go 1. So they're going to go up into Georgia. Now there was nothing there for them to eat, so they're actually going to move again, I believe. Both Z phases are ended with either an attack or if the Zeds leave the map. So they're going to have to continue moving because there's nothing to attack there. So that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5 of them are going to carry on moving. They're going to go 6, which is back down actually. So they wandered up, they got some friends, they've wandered back down, and they're going to now attack those survivalists. So let's see how the survivalists get on. The survivalists' strength is 3, so it is higher. So they're going to get to roll 2d6, I believe it was. And then I remove that number. So 7, not quite as good as last time. Not saying that people from Florida are less tough than people from Georgia, but you know, 7, it's a reasonable number. Unfortunately, they've reached their end. Now normally that'd be the end, but no. Now we they've killed some survivalists, so we get another 4. In Florida, which puts us up to 8 in Florida versus 5 and 3. Oh, I'm quite happy it's all staying down there. That was a lucky roll, I think. We'll go to Z phase 3. So Z phase 3, we get the burst minimum again. I may have forgotten to put that on last turn, but nobody minds. Half are going to go off on a march looking for food. They're going to go for a 2. They're going to go up to there. There's no food, so they're going to split. It's 5 and 5. They're going to go 1. Back into there. Oh no, sorry. 1 is actually into the defensive zone. So because it's a defensive zone, first things first, we have to roll. We roll a d6, and that many can't enter. So let's start with that. So 3 stay behind. This many go in, and then they're going to fight the army. So the army have got higher strength, so they kill 8. Look at that. Ba ba bam. The army, we've contained them. It worked. I'm quite happy with that. So now we go to the player turn. There's no research to break through because we've still not put any money into research. Rioting, I believe, yeah, we've still got 2, 4, 6, 8 cities and 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 farms plus some stocks. Now we could just go up to nukes and nuke those corners. We might be able to actually take them out, you know. We've got them pinned. It's looking quite good. Let's see how much research we get. We're going to get 3 production points. Sorry, not research. And what do we spend it on? I think... I mean, we could get some forts for these guys to stay in, and if the forts are in there, that acts the same way as a defensive zone, so as the zombies come in, they can't all get in. It's quite good. So I think a fort, from the reading, just basically makes the area act as a defensive zone, but if there are still zombies left, they overrun it. I'm not too sure how it works, so I think I might just skip forts for this one. I seem to have quite a bit of stuff kicking about. I think I am actually gonna maybe try and whittle things down a little bit more. I've got 4 airstrikes. I could call in an airstrike on all 3 places and hopefully just obliterate them, which could be pretty good. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 5 though. There's more there. There's 8 there. 3 there. So I think I am going to call in an airstrike there to start with. So 4, because it's -1, and 3, so 7 will die. I could move my army in. This is where the fight they're going to be. So I think I'm going to do an airstrike here. No, I'm not. Airstrikes are better when there's a lot of stuff. There's only 5, that'd be 1 dice -1 would die. I'm going to build some Marines, put them in Washington, and then I am going to spend my last point to move the Marines into Carolinas. Okay. I can now, it says, once all PPs are spent, the following units may attack Zeds if they're in an open area. So the military. For each unit, roll 2d6. If the unit's strength is greater than the Z toughness, which it is, remove that number of Zeds. If there are any left, remove the unit. So I'd have to roll just over 3 on 2d6. Surely we can do that. Yeah. So those Marines kill those. The Marines were deployed from Washington and they have cleared Carolina. And that'll be the end of our turn. So it'll go to turn 5. We get a random event, which will be 36. The military are shaken. DEFCON lowered by 1. They've seen stuff. People aren't supposed to see that sort of thing. They've heard back from the Marines that those people weren't right. They thought they were just rioters, but no. The Carolinas are filled with some freaky folk. So anyway, they've cleared them out. We're at DEFCON 1. We can now employ nukes if we want. We may nuke Florida next turn. Who knows? Z phase 1. They get the maximum burst, so they're going to get a 5. So that is, let's just keep this simple for the time being. 2 5s. 5 are going to move. Where they're going to move to, I hear you ask. They're going to move to 4, which is up here. Then there's nobody there to attack, so ridiculously, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3 of them are going to move on. 1, they're going into the defensive zone. How many don't make the walk? 5, so none of them make it. That's it. That's the end of turn 1. Then we get the burst minimum, which is another 2. I feel that things have gone my way here. I've watched a couple of games of this and nobody's had it this easy. I've been pretty lucky here, I think. So they go there. They're going to get half of them going on a march again. They're going to go to 3 this time. 3 is into Kentucky. So we're going to have 4 guys, 4 zombies. Zeds are going up into Kentucky. They go up there and they're going to attack the army. The army are stronger. It says basically Zed's attack. For each unit, roll 2d6 if their strength is higher than the Z strength, and it is. Their strength is 3. The Z strength is 2, so they kill 6. They kill them all. Look at this. This is just absolute. The American military are not to be trifled with in this game. I'm quite impressed with how they've done. So that was Z phase 2, wasn't it? Because Z phase 1, they failed to get into the defensive zone. Z phase 2, they foolishly went into Kentucky. Yeah. Thus ends their go. We're going in with the Marines, I bet you. So, first things first, we've still contained them, so there's no farming. The rest of the country doesn't even know there's a problem. So there's no rioting, there's no research breakthroughs. Let's see about our production points. We get 3. So let's do this. We're going to move the Marines. Right, we've got 4. Should we go for it with the Marines? Strength, yeah. They're going in. They kill 6. Kablam. That costs 1. Now, if the Marines can roll 5 on 2d6, a single unit may move more than once. They're going in. 6. Boom. Killed the Zeds. Get that. Oh no, hang on. Whoa, whoa. Okay, once all PP are spent, well, there's nothing else to do. Let's put food stocks up a bit more. The game ends if it's turn 10, or all cities are removed, or all Zeds are removed. Right, let's work out how we did. I think we did pretty good there. Can't believe how that went. That might be given a poor representation of this game, which I think is great. Okay, so the game has ended. Calculate your final victory. City with a riot counter on it. No. City without a riot counter on it is 3 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 3 is 24. No refugees. Farms, 1 point. So 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Regions without any Zeds or nuclear counters. So 57. If all Zeds are eliminated, +1 per turn before 10. So 7, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. Oh. So there you go. 61 or greater is the perfect score. So that couldn't have gone any better. It was a Christmas miracle. We got pretty lucky here, if we're honest. I mean, let's think about what happened. Georgia, there was a zombie uprising. They wiped out Atlanta. They moved into the Carolinas, cleared off the farming, down into Florida, destroyed Miami. Refugees in Georgia put up a great defense, whilst the army started being able to build up its defenses in the surrounding states. The Florida residents did the same, whittled down the numbers. We had a couple of, 3 airstrikes. The first one was Duff. 2 good airstrikes. And then the Marines were deployed from Washington. They went down through Carolina, Georgia, into Florida. No zombies are left. That was pretty good. I think I got very lucky, but I'll take it. Hope you enjoyed.